SpaceX Starlink is imposing high-speed data caps. Will you be affected? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of misty morning and focus. That's it, that zing. I love the bergamot. Anyways, guys, I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, maybe a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking tech, talking photo, talking video. Today is a tech day. It is actually a Starlink day. Who'd have knew? Who'd have thunk it? Yes, Starlink, something really kind of expected, but dreaded has happened. And we are now seeing SpaceX Starlink imposing high-speed data caps. So I want to get into it. I read an article over on PC Magazine, and I want to read this article or portion of it to you. It was by Michael Kann, just to give him full credit for it. Great job. And then I want to discuss this with you because I've been talking to you about this for about a month or two, that I really feel that there is throttling going on, and I gave you evidence thereof. And some people, they'll come back to me and be like, you just hate Starlink and you're talking down on Starlink. And the bottom line here is I am a fan of Starlink, but I'm not a fanboy of anything. So what that means is I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the indifferent, everything in the middle. So you can be the judge. Once again, everything that I tell you guys, take with a grain of salt, do your own due diligence, and figure it out for yourself. I'm just giving you my opinion and my commentary on other people's stories or on stories that I have found or whatnot, because I feel that you need to know it to kind of keep you informed, right? A lot of people have been using my Starlink playlist as a place to go to learn about Starlink before even purchasing Starlink. And I've gotten a lot of thank yous for it. And I appreciate that. That makes me feel like I'm actually doing something. So hopefully you guys continue. When you're done watching this video, definitely go check out my Starlink playlist. There is a ton of helpful tips, tricks, how-tos, commentary, all kinds of stuff, Starlink in there. Now, before we get into this article, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks as of yet, go check them out. Go over to jcristina.com/books. Once again, jcristina.com/books. So guys, I'm going to be recording from this video camera over here. Also this one over here. I'm doing some testing on lenses and lighting and all kinds of stuff on this video. So bear with me. We'll kind of bop back and forth. So let me start out with this article. I'm going to read through it really quick and then give you my commentary on it. And then I want to hear, more importantly, what you think. Once again, this channel is not about me. It's about us and having this discussion, because what happens here with me just talking as a talking head is only this much of what actually happens on this channel. Everything that's important happens down here in the comment area. So if you have anything to say, anything to add, any comments, any ideas, anything, put them down there. All right, let's have this discussion. So the article starts out, according to a message SpaceX sent out to customers, under the new policy, users in France may experience slower speeds once they exceed a 250 gigabyte data download limit. To cut down on congestion, SpaceX Starlink satellite internet system is preparing to introduce high-speed data caps for users in France that can force them to pay more. But on the upside, the company is halving the monthly subscription cost. On Wednesday, SpaceX sent out a message to French users about the impending change, which will occur through a pilot program. The message states, effective August 3rd, 2022, Starlink is reducing your monthly service fee in mainland France from €99 per month to €50 per month. But starting in October, the company plans to implement a, quote, fair use policy, which may involve slowing down users' internet speeds once they exceed a 250 gigabyte monthly cap and if the capacity over the network has been stretched. For more high-speed data, users will need to pay up. Quote, users who consume 250 gigabytes per month or less of data will be prioritized. Users who exceed 250 gigabytes per month will still have access to unlimited data, but may experience slower speeds during times of network congestion. Quote, users can also choose to purchase additional data to recover priority at €10 for 100 gigabytes. SpaceX said, quote, The company's goal with the up-and-coming change is to connect the, quote, greatest number of people without degrading the quality of service. Still, the new policy may upset paying subscribers, especially if they are heavy users of the service. Since Starlink first launched as a beta, SpaceX has not imposed any data caps, but in recent months, some customers in North America have been experiencing drastically slower speeds, likely due to congestion from too many neighboring Starlink users using the satellite network. Don't forget, I've been telling you guys about this for a month or two, and some of you guys have been giving me crap about it, but now it's kind of the writing is on the wall. Let's continue. SpaceX plans on solving the network congestion problems by launching thousands more Starlink satellites into Earth's orbit to improve the capacity. But that will take time and will require regulatory approval. Hence, the company's decision to introduce high-speed data caps seems like a stopgap measure to alleviate congestion problems. We reached out to SpaceX for comment and will update the story as we hear back. This is PC Magazine. But a company support document from the French market states that SpaceX is trying to ensure, quote, power users don't hog all of the network capacity over Starlink. Quote, during times of network congestion, the network prioritizes other users over power users, which may result in slower speeds for power users in proportion to their network usage. However, during non-congestion periods, power user speeds are not throttled. PC Magazine said that they spoke with one Starlink user in France named Mark Harris, and he said that he doesn't anticipate the high-speed data cap to be a problem for now, at least. Quote, as I read it, my service may get deprioritized when I go over 250 gigabytes if there is any network congestion. Mr. Harris also stated that he also hasn't experienced any congestion problems in France, which currently only has 4,000 Starlink users. Quote, my household routinely downloads 450 to 550 gigabytes a month. So should it become necessary to pay an extra 30 on top of my 50 euros a month, I'm still better off than I am now. And that makes sense. That'll end up being 80 euros instead of 99 euros. So it'd still be cheaper for what he's using, up to that 550 gigabytes. Now, the article finalizes with other Starlink users in France also received the message from SpaceX about the price cut. However, the same message mentioned nothing about the 250 gigabyte high-speed data cap. So it's possible not all subscribers in the country may be affected. As we see here, they're not rolling it out to everyone in France. They're only going to roll out to some people, probably in areas of congestion is what they'll do. And they'll see how it goes over. Let them pay less and get less. And if they want more, they pay more. That type of thing. So I think it's going to be very difficult moving into the United States because in France, they have 4,000 Starlink users, where here in the US, it's probably over 100,000 or more. They're going to get hit harder if they do this here than they would over there, obviously. So once again, this is a pilot program. Now, are you going to be affected? Am I going to be affected? We don't know as of yet because it's not here in the US. But by seeing this, we know a couple of things. Number one, they are definitely testing the waters when it comes to data capping. Now, all ISPs do this. It's not just like one provider. And by SpaceX not having a data cap for all of this time is really awesome. Now, they can leave this data cap off once they have enough satellites up there because then there won't be this congestion. I don't think this will be as much of a problem once they get those version 2s up in the sky. They have the version 1.5s, which do have that inter-satellite communication through lasers, but I think the 2.0s, which are as big as like a small car, these are large satellites, are going to be like NOCs or network operations centers in the air, in the sky, in, let's say, LEO, low Earth orbit. So there's going to be a lot of traffic happening off ground, let's say. So they're not going to need as many ground stations. The POPs that there are, they're probably only going to need a limited amount because they'll be able to laser the information around at the speed of light or faster, if that's possible, right? From satellite to satellite and then straight back down to you. So I think that this is going to be getting better. My problem is, and I want to get your thoughts on this, when companies go down a road and they take something away, the chances of them giving it back is slim to none. Once they take it, you don't get it back. That's for the most part, okay? If they give you unlimited data, you're not going to get unlimited data back if they take it away. That's just kind of how it's always been. Even with AT&T, I was grandfathered in with AT&T Unlimited plan. Well, AT&T got pissed after 20 years of this unlimited plan and said, basically, we're not going to renew it anymore. You'll have it for right now, but if you want to get any of these niceties, or if you want to add a phone or do this or whatever, well, you need a new plan, and that plan no longer exists. So your grandfathered into unlimited is gone. Okay? So this is what happens. When they take it, they don't give it back. So that's my fear. I really would like to see them not take it from us here in the US as of yet, and give SpaceX time to be able to get that Starship up in the air and get some of those version 2s flying around to really eliminate a lot of this congestion. Because at 100,000, that 500,000, I think, total users now worldwide or something, let's call it 500,000, it's a lot. Okay. And what ends up happening is you get those power users that are downloading terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of torrents or whatnot. Okay. And then they just screw it up for the rest of us that are really, truly needing this service, especially in rural areas. And some of you guys put that out there in my last video and said, maybe they should actually only offer it to people that don't have access to high-speed internet service, like fiber. If an area has access to fiber, don't give them Starlink. I mean, that is definitely a way to do it. And now only give it to the people that it was originally designed for, and that's people in rural areas or people that don't have access to high-speed internet. That was the whole idea that Elon had from the beginning, was bridging that digital divide, that divide between the have and the have-nots of high speed. And as of right now, I absolutely, like I said at the beginning of this video, love the service. I'm a fan of the service. But once again, I'm not a fanboy of anything. I just call it as I see it. And as of right now, I see it as, let's hold off and see what ends up happening. Does this migrate into the US? If it does, how is it received? And I would have to say that if it does come here, I think a lot of us would need to band together as we band together, signing documents for our congressmen to save Starlink, let's say, from the FCC and regulations with the whole Dish Network thing. And you can watch that video. Maybe I'll stick it over here. But we did it for them. All right. Now we need to do it for ourselves. And I think that we would need to sign some type of petition and say, listen, we don't want these data caps, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, guys, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you got anything out of this and you just want to say thank you for all the time I put into this, you can just click the little thank you button down here, or even better, become a member of the channel. And don't forget to check out my Starlink playlist. Ton of good information over there. Check that out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, please subscribe and click this little button over here so when I go live or when a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately. And finally, head over to my website, jchristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years. And hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.